Boom. Action. Go. Give them useful information. Hurry.
Useful. Don't do this at home. So basically what we're going to do is put a transition strip between the tile and this LVP that we've got.
What's the height difference here?
So this is just over 3/4 of an inch, and this piece here is 3/16 of an inch. So we're going to have a height difference of
11 inches.
So basically what I've done is the company that we got the flooring from only had one transition, and so we're going to...
What was the company's name?
Floor and Decor is where we got this.
Shame on you, Floor and Decor.
Yeah, this is where we got this from. Now, they can order in the right piece, but with the virus and everything that's going on right now, it could be somewhere between 2 weeks and 6 months before it actually shows up, and we didn't really want to wait. So what we're going to do is create our own. So basically what we're going to do is this transition came with...
That's just a flat transition strip,
yeah,
right?
Well, it's actually an offset, so it actually goes across. You can see the contour. It actually goes across flat and then drops down a little bit on this side.
Uh-huh.
So this is used specifically for if you have a small height difference, whereas we've got quite a bit of height difference in between the tile and the LVP. So typically, if you have just an 1/8 inch or a 1/4 inch or something, this will work just fine by itself. But otherwise, if you've got a significant height difference, you're gonna have to use something a little bigger. So what we're gonna do is we've cut our floor back a decent amount, so that way our track will fit in here. And
cutting the floor back means like creating that gap there.
Yeah, create this gap here. So what we did is when we put this down while we were waiting on transitions, I didn't know how wide this transition was going to be, so I just ran it all the way to the tile, and I can always cut it back later. So that's what I did, is I just ran it long, and you can see all these pieces laying around here. I went ahead and cut that back based on the width of my transition strip. So essentially on the back side of this transition strip, these two sides here are going to butt or come pretty close to the edge of this tile and the edge of the LVP. So I cut my transition to length. I've got my track is being cut right now, and I have the height difference. What it is, I have a piece of 3/4 MDF. We're going to slide that into our gap here, and we're going to nail that down, or you can screw it either way. And then what I did is I laid my transition over the top here and put it in basically where it's going to go. Maybe. Yep. So you can kind of hear it push up against the tile where it's going to go.
Oh, so the lip's hanging over.
Yep. So the down part's going to hang over, so that way it doesn't create a monster step. Because if I turned it around, it would kind of raise this other side up even a little bit higher. So it'll help with stepping over the top of it with shoe marks and all that other stuff. I measured the height distance here, and then I ripped my piece of flooring down to that height difference. So this piece of flooring will actually sit right inside there, and when we put all that together, you'll end up with a color match all the way through. So
look at that.
We're going to use this track. We'll mount right here up against this tile, and then the inside grooves of this will actually snap into place. So this has a little lip on the inside, and it'll reach around and grab this the inside piece of this. So if you can imagine if it was upside down, you see that the track's got a inset, so it'll actually just snap together over the top of that. And once it grabs a hold of that, it won't let go.
Okay, gotcha.
So
don't put that in.
Yeah, don't put that in and test it, because this has got grooves already built into it, and once you pull that back out, it kind of messes up those grooves, and it's really hard to get it to fit back in.
Nobody wants messed up grooves.
Right. So.
Oh, nice ass wipes, dude. No need to be embarrassed. Those are mine, guys. Full disclosure. Wipe. Clean your buttholes.
Clean your buttholes.
Okay.
So we're gonna glue. What I'm gonna do is this is pressure sensitive glue. It's made by Tex. A lot. Also comes. You can use this for tile. LVP on stairs. all sorts of different applications. So we're going to use this, and it works similar to contact cement. So we're going to actually glue this side of my MDF, and we're going to glue the back side of the flooring strip that I cut down. We're going to let that dry for a little bit until it becomes clear, because this is actually a white, it's like a white glue. It looks like kind of like Elmer's glue. So we're going to actually let it dry on both sides, on both the flooring and the MDF, and we're going to stick them together.
And then while we do that, should we just we could dip our hands in that, and then we peel off all the glue?
Yeah, it'll actually peel off similar to like Elmer's glue.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Yeah. But it's
thumbs up if you ever put Elmer's glue on your hand and peeled it off just because it felt so cool.
Yeah. So we're going to glue those up together, let that dry for a minute, and then we're going to stick them together and get the rest of this installed. So.
It soaks up real quick.
Yeah, it soaks up pretty quick, especially on a porous surface like MDF. And it'll actually won't dry quite as fast on the back of the flooring, but typically it takes maybe 30 minutes to an hour usually. Depends on your conditions where you're at, but the more humid it is, the longer it takes to kind of dry out a little bit. But
and it just rained.
Yeah, it just rained here, so it might take an
3 or
hour,
4 days.
45 minutes to an hour.
12 years.
But this is actually applicable up to, I believe it says 24 hours. So once you get it on there, you've got about 24 hours to work with it. So we've got that piece done. We're going to set this off to the side and let it dry. I'll set it right in my leg hair.
There you go. Easy. That's my favorite vent.
I didn't mean to mess up your butt
Vent
wipes.
cover.
I almost messed up your butt wipes.
Dude, could have spilled my butt wipes all over the place.
Butt wipes. Alright, now we're going to do the back side of this LVP. Alright, so we're going to let that dry. It'll actually turn clear, so you won't be able to really see it once it's dry and ready to go. So we're going to let that dry for just a minute. We'll be back. So we've let our glue set and dry, and you can see it's clear. It's pretty shiny. It's pretty tacky when you touch it, and it'll actually stick together. And you can see it peeling apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick our piece of MDF down here into place here, and I'm going to nail it down with my nail gun here. I'm going to go ahead and screw my track down right on top of here, right there where it goes. So I had it before up against this tile is where I planned on having it go. And it came with screws and actually some expansion anchors. But because we've got a solid piece of wood here, we're going to go ahead and screw those into place. I usually like to start in the middle and work my way both directions.
Why is that?
It's just easier. It allows me to, so I don't have a wobble all the way through it. It's pretty secure. If you screw on one end, the other end just tends to flop around quite a bit more. So I like to start in the middle and kind of work either way. And then always put maybe one extra in a place where you're going to get a lot more traffic. So more than likely you're going to get more traffic on this side of it, so we're in the middle. So we'll put more screws on the middle than we will on the outside, and that'll help secure it down. Give it less bounce, and long term it'll last longer. We're going to take our piece of flooring that we've got our pressure sensitive glue on. We're just going to lightly stick it on there for a second, and it's going to adhere. Just kind of, you can already see it's pretty well stuck, but we're not going to push it on there very hard. And in the meantime, we're going to stick our transition on. So again, this little track right here goes actually in between, and it will grip around the outside of that. And once you get it in, you can kind of slide it down up against the trim over here. Lay this side just kind of in place, and then you can go through here, and it presses down.
Sometimes.
A little bit. It's kind of a pain in the butt.
Whoa, that's a big hammer, bud. Easy.
Monster. And then tap it down into place.
Surprised you
A lot
didn't
of
just
times you can-
demolish that fucking...
A lot of times you can kind of work your way down it, but a rubber mallet or a hammer with something that you're not going to tear up comes in handy.
They're going to
So now
ask me,
you've
they're going
got-
to say, were you sledgehammering your floors over there? What was all that banging about?
It was my man hammer.
Man hammer. Like if I was to title this video, hack on how to what?
Create a step-up transition.
Step up transition hack. There we go. Beautiful. That's going to be the title of the video.
Yep.
How much do people owe us for watching this video? What do you think?
Oh, millions. Saves
Millions.
you. It's a little more time-consuming than just buying one, cutting it, and installing it.
Yeah.
But these are more customizable, so if you've got a bigger step, like what we do here, we've got a bigger, because most of these transitions go anywhere from a ½ inch to, yeah, maybe 3/4 at the most. And this is right at 3/4, so if you had, specifically if you had something bigger than that, you could create your own. A, it's a little bit cheaper to do it that way, and B, most of the time those pieces have to be ordered in. So now you have your floor sitting and you catch your foot on the edge of your tile or something. So,
Well, I know these pieces cost about $27 right here.
Yep.
The big strips.
Yep.
So if we saved you $27, you now owe us, what do you say, $13.50?
Yeah, 75, 13.75.
$13.75. So y'all need to be PayPaling ladiesman69 at hotmail.com. I don't know.
Hotmail.com.
Watch the video go crazy and spill this and not pay
There's a
bills.
hammer right up there.
Oh, there's a big hammer right there, dude. I mean, I thought I saw one. I don't know
Nope.
if it's up there.
Nope, but so it gives you a nice clean edge. You're not going to catch your foot on it. And it's customizable.
Get a
It
little
takes
shot of that old edge right there. Look
takes
at
a little more
that.
time to do something like
Blend it
this,
up.
but it's completely customizable, so you can create your own.
It does look good.
And it saves you. It saves you time from waiting on the
Shipping for the
shipping
higher
and-
transition strips.
Right. Especially now with the virus, so everything gets lost in the mail right now, so it's kind of a
Yep.
pain in the butt to wait on stuff like that. But
All right, you gotta tell them bye, and if you tell them leave a thumbs up or a subscriber or whatever, you do your normal outro, you know you always do.
just hit buttons on the screen. Eventually, you'll get there.
You get there. Bye.